much can I get for a cow these days? $2,000. It's not nothing. We should think about their food. No, that's manure. They don't eat that. They produce that. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more Farm Manager 2021, where I'm just watching the parade of beekeepers going up the road here. Just a whole line of beekeepers slash biohazard guys getting their beekeeping on, as the kids say these days. So thank you as always to the comments section, because you guys have played a lot more of Farm Manager 2021 than I have. Yes, apparently I'm going to need a whole bunch of milk processing plants. Apparently the milk processing plant can only process one type of cheese at one time, which seems odd to me and a very strange change from Farm Manager 2018, and slightly illogical too. I mean, a huge factory like this, it would be woefully inefficient of them to only process one specific type of cheese at a time. But that's the game we've got, so that's the game we're going to play. I'm just going to let these guys tick along, making one cheese at a time, and we'll sell our cheese as we go along. So having that information in my head, the Empire of Cheese is going to have to go on a bit of a pause because, well, we can only make one type of cheese, and I can't afford an entire line of milk processing plants. That's just not realistic. So I had to have a think about what our logical next move is. I was thinking about the frozen food factory. A couple of folks in the comments recommended that, because then we can do frozen fish, which is apparently quite profitable. We have our fish farms here. One of them is doing carp and one of them is doing trout. Yes, there we go, trout. How many trout do I have? I have 19 out of 50 trout, and I have 21 out of 50 carp. I assume that apart from just getting the fish meat that we can sell on the market, we could also just sell off some fish as they breed, some live fish as they breed, and sell a few of those off to make some money as well. Much like one does with the chickens, because the chickens breed so fast, you can just sell a bunch of them off, in addition to making their meat and their eggs and their whatnot. So again, back to the Empire of Cheese being on pause, I want to have a think about some greenhouses, because the greenhouses themselves are relatively cheap to build. Now I'm going to need a labor force for this. I'm tapped out on labor right now, but this is something we can just grow year-round. Greenhouses will always be in action. I'm already, even though it's only June, having a think about the winter, so I don't want to get a bunch of big fields started right now. Maybe a couple of small fields, we'll have a think about that, but I don't want to get a bunch of fields kicking along and they don't even have time to grow before the winter hits. So I think it's time we started setting up some greenhouses around here. Let's get more than a couple, I think. Maybe one there, and one there, and hey, you know what? One there, and one there. Let me get a couple of roads going, make this slightly easier for the gang to start walking down. And while they're doing all of that, I'm also going to have to get a new employee hut, because as previously mentioned by me, I'm out of employees. I'm maxed out. Everyone's dealing with bees or cows or anything else that I've got kicking along. Ooh, I'll put a few decorations in that space. That's a great idea. There we go. Some nice little flowers can live in here. Apparently the employees are very, very happy if they see decorations, so there is value to them. Although, as we've said before, decorations are not Farm Manager's strong point. They never have been. Very little variety. But there they are. The employees will get cheered up by that. Speaking of employees, I should put an employee house down. Now, I'm kind of hemorrhaging money right at the moment, but we'll kind of cope with that as we go along. So, a house for permanent employees, and seeing as basically almost everyone is going to be working on the greenhouse, I may as well put it near the greenhouses. You can live next to the fish. It'll be a really, really nice view. Now, speaking of hemorrhaging money, have we got anything to sell? We've got 214 kilograms of carp meat and some trout. Okay, we've got an ocean of milk right now, and not a small amount of yellow cow cheese. There's 36K for that cow cheese right there. Not so much on the fish. The fish are not really my high profit item. 300 units of honey. How's the honey doing? Ooh, honey's in a bit of a dip right now. I think I'm gonna hold that honey until it's a little more profitable. I mean, the yellow cow cheese is in a little bit of a dip too, but it's still $36,000. How much just shave off all the milk? Yeah, that's almost 10 grand just for the milk. So I'm making 47K off of this, most of which is in cows, and the milk is very stable. That price doesn't really alter a lot. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sell all of that just to make up for what I just built. Ah, you need some employees. You sure do. I don't think I noticed this before, that you can do a radius range on the employees. So you could actually say, you don't work very far. You stay within your range and don't go very far. I'm sure that would make them much more efficient if they just focused on what they needed to focus on rather than going halfway across the map. But they're not going halfway across the map because they're all going to be working in the greenhouses. Now, is anyone... You have an amazing beard, Carter. Carter, you are... something to behold, sir. And Caleb, you look like you should be in a Chess King advertisement. And if you remember Chess King, oh boy, are you on the right channel. Not a lot of great contenders here. I'm going to take Molly, because she's... Well, she has no skill in plants, but I can give her a skill in plants. I can level her up a little bit. She does have a very good skill in machines, and that might come up later. So we will give you house for permanent employees. Anyone else any good at plants? Maya here, you're pretty good at plants. And Maisie, you have a skill in it. Harley, you're really strong. You've got really good endurance. I'm going to bring you in, too. I'd ideally like to get 6 people in here. That would be my goal right now. Carter, you have a nominal skill in how plants work, and Emily, you're actually quite good. I think that's my 6 right there. Let me take a quick look at Molly here. Yeah, let's spend a little bit of money. Give you like, you know what, max you out, Molly, go for it. Let's get the greenhouses going, though. This I love. This is just so much more intuitive than Farm Manager 2018. I just tell you what I want to grow, and you do it from there. You tell me what I need from there. So what are we going to put in here? What's a good crop that we can put in here? We've got an estimated yield revenue, so we can actually tell what a good crop might be. In fact, it looks like black currants are killing it. 1586 estimated yield. Go ahead and get that going, please. And then greenhouse number 2, you're also going to do black currants, but let's mix it up a little bit. How about you... gooseberries? Oh, gooseberries. Excellent. Yeah, no, I'm having it just to have it. I love gooseberries. And how about raspberries for the last one? That's always a solid crop. It was in Farm Manager 2018 anyway. You could kill it on raspberries. Even just the regular raw raspberries without even freezing them or making them into juice or anything like that. So the gang's off and running. Now, they're going to be stretched thin. They're not really going to have everything that they need to get everything done in terms of manpower. While we were saying that, is there anyone who came in that might be decent at plants that I could stick in there? I mean, if I'm going to have the house, I may as well fill it up. Manufacturing, machines, endurance. No, I'll wait for a bit of a refresh on that and see how it goes. And what I might think about when the money comes in a little bit more is maybe the slaughterhouse. That way, when we get some extra cows, we can, make them into food. Because I've got a lot of cows. I have many, many cows, and they're going to make more cows, and I won't really have much to do with them except get their milk, so they may have to become a nice steak at some point. I'll have a think about that. It's not the most expensive production facility. I could finagle that, but we'll see. I do see, this seems to be new too, they've got the research screen right front and center now. So I know I've got 1 day left on my research. I don't immediately, what was I actually researching? Oh, the reducing the price of buildings. Boy, that would have been handy to get that in before I put the greenhouses up, wouldn't it, Dave? And there we go. We finished the training, so we can go back and do, well, some more training. Obviously, wind farm. Do I want the wind farm? I mean, I don't have electricity, or at least I don't have the electricity feature turned on, because I just find it a finicky mechanic that doesn't really add any fun to the gameplay value of Farm Manager, so I've turned it off. So do I want that anymore? Is that going to generate money if I start putting up some wind farms? I'm going to get it. Now, that might be useless. I'm sure the comments section is screaming, oh my god, you idiot! You don't have the electricity feature. You totally don't need that. You just wasted that money. It's a small amount of money, and it's only 7 days. In fact, I bet you we've made enough cheese I can make that money back right now. Yep, $6,900 worth of yellow cow cheese. I'll shave off the milk, and I may as well get rid of the fish. They're just gonna stink the place up anyway. I do have an exceptional amount of manure, but they're probably going to use it for the greenhouses. I mean, it's no money, right? It's only 713, and they're going to need it for the greenhouse anyway. How's honey doing? Oh, even more of a dip. Okay, hold the honey. Sell off all of that for a quick 14K. There, even if the wind farm thing is stupid, it's paid for. Got a couple of contenders here for fleshing out the employee house. I'm going to take Lily here, who has a nominal skill in that. You can get hired there. And then who did I just see a second ago? I just saw one of you had a plant skill. There you are. I see you up there, Maya. Come over here. There's a lot of Mayas in this game. You also live there. That should help get the greenhouses going a little bit faster. But on that, Lily, why don't we boost you up a little bit on plants? There you go. And you can get in on the greenhouse action. I'm kind of having a think about just a small field of colza over here, so we could do some colza honey. And what else is going well? Buckwheat honey. Can I do that and not get into a big investment of machines? If I said maybe just a tiny little field of buckwheat. Wet buckwheat seeds, there we go. And then I'd actually like none of this. I'd like it to be manual work. Can I do that with that field? Are you going to let me just do manual? I would like to. I don't seem to be able to do that. Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. Well, what do you think I need for this? Like, literally everything. I don't know if I want to get into a huge investment. Here, is this it? Is this it? Yes, allow manual work. There we go. And actually, don't do machines on that. That's the one I was looking for. Okay, it's a tiny little field. They should be able to bang that out themselves when they're done with the greenhouses. That way the rest of the summer we can be making some buckwheat honey, which is up 20% in the market. I could do the same thing with a little bit of colza. Like anywhere, just a tiny little field of it, just so we can make some honey out of it. Now you guys have a radius these days, right? Am I remembering that correctly? If I click, there it is. Okay, if I click on the hive, yeah, I could put this virtually anywhere. I'm gonna throw a colza field down. This is how this is gonna go down. I want a tiny little can you squeeze in there? No, not quite. Okay. I don't want to put it next to the fish. I've kind of got that earmarked for something else. How about right over here, next to the milk processing plant? And you can have colza. You're gonna be very, very excited about that. But here, I want. Are we doing? Yeah, that's the thing I was looking for. Yeah, please do manual labor over there, no machines. Yeah, see, somebody's already on it. The kids are down here working. They're having a great time. Who are you? What's your deal? Molly, you've got a fantastic hat on. You, by the way, you should probably wear a hat, Maya. It's pretty sunny out. You don't want to get burned or anything. But anyway, good job getting to the buckwheat there. Bees are going to love it. I mean, you're kind of going in an odd pattern here with this weird diagonal. Is it not more traditional to go up and down in a line? You know what? You probably know best. Actually, do you know best, Maya? How do you? Yeah, you know 4 out of 5 best. Yeah, you're pretty good at knowing what's best. I probably don't, but hey, you're the plant person around here. How are the greenhouses coming? How are we doing over here? No, the actual. You're working on the field, okay? And it looks like you just finished cultivating it. And now you're going to go sow it. How are we doing on the last one we set up? Yeah, we're still plowing that one. Yeah, it's going to take a while for them to get through all of these, but it'll just be perpetual things that we can be growing in there. Oh, we got a new cow in cowshed number 4. Well, yay. Now I've got an extra cow. That means even more milk. Speaking of even more milk, it's been a few days. How much milk can I sell? Yeah, 1,900 liters of milk and 460 kilograms of yellow cow cheese. Excellent. I've done my training. Okay, let me go to... That was probably a complete waste of time. But let me see here. Allows you to generate electricity, that you can sell to a power plant. So that is money that I can generate. That is some money. Okay, go back to the research. Let's make sure we are researching something, if anything at all. How about reduces the price of buildings? Yeah, that's good. Rate of production by 10% is not bad. That's 90 days, though. Wow. Minimum price of products and crops by 20%. It's only 6,700. I bet you I've got that in cheese right now. And it's only 14 days. Do that. That's just more money in our pockets. More money. 36K for the wind turbine to pop that up somewhere. But it will generate money. How much? I have no idea. But it will generate some money. It'll always be a little ticking along there. Well, so long as it's windy, I guess. Well, I haven't made a decision on the wind turbines yet, so I'm going with some decoratives. There, and there. How about something in a nice tree? Can you show me something vaguely tree-like? You just got the one and it's massive, right? Ah, summer is here. That just flashed up. Yeah, we're working on bees. Bees are a good summer thing. And we've got another cow. Alright, well, we've got a lot of cows now. Well, I mean, we have an amount of cows. That means even more milk. I wonder if I should sell a couple off. How much can I get for a cow these days? $2,000? It's not nothing. I should think about their food. No, that's manure. They don't eat that. They produce that. Crops. Okay. What do I... You know what? I'm sure I'll get a pop-up. Oh, and these guys are going to have another cow soon. Oh, okay. Maybe don't. I'm running out of... I say I'm running out of cow sheds. Well, I have no room for employees. I was going to say, let's put up another cow shed, shuffle a few along, and that just means more milk and more room to get more cows. I have no more room right now. 8 out of 8 there. And where was... I know I've got a second one somewhere over here. Yep. 5 out of 8. Oh, I can get another cow shed in here. Oh, more cows then. Yeah, I'll put it right up next to the milk processing plant. This will be great. I didn't realize I had that space kicking around. All right, so who here would like to be good with some... Oh, wow, right out of the gate. Anna. 4 on animals, couple of points in beekeeping. You're in, Anna. You are absolutely in. You are going to go work in the new cow shed, and I am going to get you some cows. Which cow shed is that, by the way? That is number 6. Okay, so I would like to take 1 cow and move it to cowshed 6, and then let's find some more contenders here. How about me moved one of you to cowshed 6 and one of you to cowshed 6. And the whole cowshed number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is starting to get a little confusing, so I'm going to start renaming these. This is the House of Lola, because it is her cowshed. She is 100% in charge of that. So House of Lola, 3 out of 4 cows there. I'm sure Lola is on her way, getting some food going on. And if I've got the space for, what, 2 more employees here? What if I should get another plant person to just kind of hustle along the crops that we put in? I mean, everything's ticking along here, but we're taking a while to get over to... What's the problem here? No type of food. Yeah, Lola... Oh, hang on. I haven't told Lola what to feed them. That, and that. We're not doing those beets. That's just silly. Oh, good. We've got more cows. Yay. Okay, well, milk processing will not be a problem. I may have to do it again. This just may be an entire map of cows. Let me start paying for some of this. What if we do... Yeah, 1,150 kilograms worth of cheese. $23,000. Absolutely sell all of that off. How's honey doing? Okay, starting to tick up. I mean, it's 11,000 worth of honey right now, but I'm going to wait for that to get a little bit higher, I think. Looks like we've got plenty of food for everyone, so no problem with that. And you know what? Sell off the milk. I should be literally swimming in milk at this point. I'm just having a thought. Does that well does not cover the greenhouses. It looks like it does just cover that buckwheat field or colza or whatever I did, but I should probably put another well down. I mean, I assume that they need them for the greenhouse. That just seems to make sense. Could I tuck that maybe here? There we go. That's a really good spot for that. And you know what else that's a good spot for? Some decoratives. I just think a nice little fence all the way along here will do the job just fine. Perfect. Love it, love it, love it. You guys are doing a bunch of things. You're moving stuff into the warehouse. How are you feeling about that? Oh, beekeeper on duty, getting some honey, getting some bees. Well, We're probably not selling the bees. That would be rather finicky and dangerous, but we're certainly selling the honey, and you're in on that, man. You are doing a great job with that. All right, we finished that training on bumping the prices up, so let's make sure we're always researching here. What else could we be doing? We could reduce the price of buildings again. We could just reduce bills, period. I think that's solid. Let's do that. Let's get rid of our bills by 2%. We're not going to get rid of our bills, but by 2% we are. I'm gonna mess with the wind turbine, and I'm gonna put them up here. I don't know why. I just feel they should live up by the fish. I mean, who doesn't like to live near fish? Why are we not going there? Is that... Oh, that's taken up by the fish farm. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. I see where you're going with that. Let's bring this down to here, over to here, and then down to here. Oh, that's gone horribly wrong. Hang on. No. That's got to go away now. Make that stop, and then put this in instead. Put. Okay, don't. Well, now you're just going to have to get a decorative here instead, because you didn't want to put a road in that part of where I wanted a road. Okay, back to the idea of wind farming here. So, wind turbine station, and I'm reading it right here, can sell to a power plant. 36K. And I want this to live right up here, and I can actually still get a road behind that if I felt I needed it. No, I feel I've made an error on this, because this part is saying my monthly electricity bills will be reduced by the money I've generated. I think this would go to reducing my electricity bills rather than, which I don't have, rather than generating actual money. Do let me know in the comments. I'm probably going to demo that, though, next time, because I feel that's not necessary here. I feel I don't need the wind turbine because I don't have the electricity feature turned on. If the comments come back and say, no, it will actually generate real actual money that goes in your pocket for the farm, then great, I'll start putting some more up. But I think I've completely misunderstood that. Well, I didn't completely misunderstand it. I had a feeling it might go that way. I'm figuring it about 50-50 on that. We've done some more training. What was I doing? Oh, bills. Bills go down. But do let me know in the comments. I feel we just demo that and call it a day on wind farming. Let me get some more research going. Yeah, quick 2,000 to reduce our bills by 5%. That's got to be a good thing. Speaking of reducing our bills, what have we got that we could be selling off here? I know I could set this up to auto trade. I get that. I actually just have more fun manually trading it. I feel like I'm really making the money, like I'm taking this stuff to market. It's just how my brain works. I find it more fun when I do it by myself. So that can go. May as well dump the fish. Actually, it's not bad. $4,000 for some carp meat? That's not the worst thing. I'll get rid of all the extra milk. They'll make more. How's honey doing? Oh, honey's on a big uptick. Big uptick. Yeah, I think it's time to sell on that. Let's sell that honey off. And you know what? We already made 200 more liters of milk and 200 more kilograms of fish. Sell it all! And I see the buckwheat is in, so we should start to see some buckwheat honey coming in the near future. They're spraying it down now in their little biohazard suits. Yeah, we should hopefully start seeing some buckwheat honey, which should be a little bit more money. Looks like the greenhouses are all rock and roll now. Everyone's kind of done their thing. I think they're just sitting in there growing at this point. Yeah, we're watering things. That's all cool. We're watering that. That can't possibly take a lot of labor investment there. Alrighty. Well, now what? Yeah, I'm demoing the wind turbine. I think I actually have to have this connected up to electricity. I don't even think it's actually working at this point. I'm demoing this. It was an interesting idea, and now that I understand, I got some money back out of that. Not all of it, but I got some money back. I think that was not the right way to go, wherein that I don't have the electricity feature turned on. So having that, wind turbines would probably be invaluable, but not so much without that feature implanted. Do let me know in the comments if I made yet another critical error, but I think that was the right move. We're just not going to fuss with that. Little bit of a money to experiment with it, but no big deal. But we're done with our research again, and I'm kind of going through the list here, figuring out what the next logical move is. We could keep reducing bills, that's good. We could keep increasing prices, that's all good. While I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to take 3 quick days to make our employees stronger. It's nothing. It's $500 in 3 days, and then I'll have a think about what our next research tack is. I'm kind of thinking where we're getting towards, the middle, almost the end of the summer, Maybe we start thinking about the massive one, the annual agricultural school. It's a year, and it's $100,000. Or $100,000 of whatever this money is, I don't know. I'll use Penja's term, your monies. 100,000 of your monies, and 365 days to do it. That's a big investment, and it's just something that could tick along for the whole year. I might just do that. I'm almost thinking orchards. I'm kind of thinking, because there's another long-term investment. So we kind of ride out this year on what we've got. Maybe throw in a couple more small things, like maybe some greenhouses or something. But the first year is just getting our feet underneath us. It's next year that the big money we can start to make. Is orchards a good idea? Huge investment in machines. Huge investment. I'll think about it in those 2 days that I've got left on that training. Yeah, there's that buckwheat honey coming in, and already $1,100 just for a few units of it. Just for a tiny little amount of it. I'll hold it right now. It's peaking, and it ain't going anywhere anytime in the near future, it looks like. So I'm going to hold that. I will sell off some of these other things that I don't really feel we need kicking around the place. Quick $35K. $35,000 right there. We're keeping up. I think we're keeping up. We're definitely keeping our heads above water financially. Even just selling off these little things that we're making. A little bit of milk, a little bit of cheese. There's some more cheese that just got made right there. Some fish. We'll get into the greenhouse stuff when those are going. How long on these, by the way? 12 days left. All right, so those are actually going to be done really, really soon, and we can start selling those off as well. And then we'll have the specialized honeys that are going to get a good price. I think that is an excellent place to call it on Farm Manager 2021 for today. I very much invite your comments on the logical next move here. I'm kind of having a think about orchards. Long term, we wouldn't realize anything on it until next year. But get them set up now, let them sit there all summer, all winter, next spring, and then next summer we can reap the bounty of it. Or do we just go more greenhouses? Maybe we just go like maximum cows here, because the cows are breeding. I could very easily set up probably 2 more cow sheds and shuffle some cows around and just keep the cow insanity going. Do let me know in the comments what you think the next logical move here is at Dave's awesome farm, and we'll pick some more of Farm Manager 2021 up again next time. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. I'm just going to keep shooting Hildegard until she goes away, which is my response to most nuns, really. Robot, how do we rescue you? I don't know how to rescue you. I'm also not sure I ever knew you were a woman. This isn't personal, actually. I don't know any of you. I'm Space Commander Awesome, and I'm having a weird kind of day here. Were you playing with the dead guy's zither? That sounded so much better in my head than when it came out of my mouth.